Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. On Saturday, it's a slow day today, but Bitcoin broke above the descending trend line we looked at in the previous videos. We had this dotted line that we discussed. In this video, I really only want to focus on the shorter time frame as Bitcoin is breaking above $65,000 again. But that's not exciting price action here. I mean, really not. It's just possibly forming, Bitcoin's just possibly forming here this C wave to the upside that we've been watching for, to get a little bit more of the choppy price action here out of the way. No, we obviously talked about this. We talked about this wave 4 correction, which is probably still unfolding. At least there is absolutely no evidence that the overall correction, which started last week here around Wednesday, that this is already over. Absolutely not. I'm tracking an ABC structure, and the A wave probably bottomed on Wednesday the 20th. The B wave is probably unfolding right now still. And to be honest, even the B wave can take different shapes. So it could even turn into a triangle. I have no evidence for that. So ideally, we are forming here this just a normal B wave, and then a C wave down can still follow. I have to say, this B wave, which is probably still unfolding, could have topped already. That's indicated by the red wave B. Why is that possible? Well, because it was a 3-wave move to the upside, which is fine for a counter trend move. And it reached a 61.8 retracement at 68.5K. It did what it needed to do. Honestly, it doesn't need to be more aggressive than that. But the tendency of wave 4 is just to extend and morph and get into larger corrections and overshooting B waves and all sorts of stuff. Just make me slightly prefer that scenario, okay? And so far, this is what seems to be unfolding right now. I think we're navigating this microstructure of this correction quite well. The microstructures are always to a degree unpredictable in corrections because there are just too many options. You know, B waves can turn into, I think, 10 different patterns or something. So I can only go with the most probable ones here. But so far, it seems to be following the roadmap quite well. As I said, it's possible that wave B already topped there in red, okay? And if we get a break below the Friday low, which was here at $62,300, well, I would have to assume that the B wave already topped. We're coming down in the C wave. But until then, I'm watching for a more pronounced, a larger ABC structure. Obviously, we now broke above the descending trend line to the upside. We see a little bit of upside momentum. You see it on the smaller time frames. We're back in the bullish range on the 1-hour RSI. The momentum seems to be increasing again on the MACD. Yeah. Also here on the 4-hour MACD, we have a bullish crossover. So just indicating, bullish momentum is increasing. And also here, we're just about to break above the 50 line on the RSI on the 4-hour. But, those indicators on the smaller time frames, they don't really tell us anything groundbreaking, anything new. We just need to look at the price, and we know that we had a support area here for this B wave. Explained to you that I'm looking for a bounce in this region. That bounce seems to be happening. If it's really going to follow through, the market will tell us. At the moment, it's looking at least good. I mean, it's Saturday. Don't expect any crazy movements necessarily. It can always happen, but yeah, but best not to expect anything, then you're not disappointed because it's not, low volume on a Saturday. And well, a break above the B wave high here would be further confirmation that indeed that larger wave, that C wave in the larger B wave is unfolding. The small B wave here has topped around 66,650. That level needs to be broken. And then the ideal target for wave C in the larger B wave, well, there's a target range between 69,920 and 75,107. It's basically between the 100% extension of the A wave. So we take the length of this A wave and we can compare it with the length of the C wave. And the C wave often has the same length as wave A. So the 100% extension level is exactly that level. It's the 100% extension. It's the same length. And that's pointing to 69,920. That would be an ideal target for that C wave. Additional targets, the 1.236 extension at 71,857 and the 1.38 extension at 73,066. They are very common targets and maybe even a little higher. But let's first see if we even get to 69,920. And that would be my assumption as long as we're now holding above the descending trend line there. I think a break below the trend line would already challenge that idea, but would not invalidate it. But a break below 62.3K would. So just really a quick middle of the day update. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.